Hello and good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining me for my Friday night live stream. Really appreciate you joining me. It's still a cold winter here in Ohio, and if you notice, I'm wearing a little Harley Davidson garb here. I'm so depressed right now that I got all dressed up and I was sitting on my motorcycle for the last 30 minutes. It's, I mean, usually I ride my bike all year long. If there's a break in the weather, I'll get out and, it's got heated grips and heated seats and I'll bundle up and go for a little ride. But this winter's been brutal so far. It's not giving me that opportunity. I think the last time I rode it was early November. So it's really getting tough for me. The only thing saving me is the model building hobby and this channel. So anyways, I thank you guys for joining me tonight. It looks like we got a few people already starting up in the room. I see Joe here, Chet, Kevin Smith, Bill. Thank you guys for joining me. Good deal. Dennis, I think, is here. Yeah, good, very good. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching Joe last week with me, Joe's Rush Shop. He really had some really cool builds. And if you haven't already done so, man, check out his channel and hit that subscribe button because, like I told you, he was lost his original channel, so he's kind of rebuilding. But Joe's got a lot of cool stuff, and he's talking about doing some more tutorials to show his little tricks on how he does all that stuff. So very good. Okay, so what else we got? We got some upcoming guests here. Let's see what I got here. So next week's guest is going to be Matt from Matt's Models and More down in Georgia, I believe he is. So he's going to join us. And I'll tell you what, he's a protege because he started his channel just about the same time I did, and he's just soaring. I mean, his channel is doing extremely well, and I wish him well. But he's got a really good channel, and he does some incredible builds and tutorials and stuff. So he's going to be a fun guest for next week. And then the week after that, I did finally get hold of Mark. So Mark from Grandpa Mark's Hobbies will be joining me on February 20th is my guest. So appreciate that. It's going to be a fun show. I call Mark the man with the golden voice because he has got such an announcer voice. So that's going to be a good show too. And then tonight, of course, I got Mikey and his pops from Chester's Models, and they're backstage standing by. So they'll be on here shortly. And what do I got? Tonight's topic. I had that someplace. Let's see if I can find that again. So since Mikey's a younger man, I thought it would be a good topic is model building in the younger generation. Mikey's a little bit older than I thought he was. I thought he was in his young 20s, but he's a little bit older than that. Lucky kid. He looks like he's 18, but he's one of the younger people that I do know building, and him and his pops build. And I thought that was really cool. I'm very jealous that they got that relationship going. So it's going to be a lot of fun talking to those guys. And we got a lot of their builds in the queue to talk about. So that's all coming up. And hey, let's kick off the night with a little car trivia one. Let's do this one real quick. And I picked some newer cars this year, or this episode, a little bit newer than my traditional ones. So make, model, and year. Those are the ones a little bit blurry. I will give you a hint. Every car that I'm showing is the first year of the model, because some of these cars, as you get into these ages, they look the same for a couple of years running. So I'm showing you the first year that they were debut models. So let's see if we got any takers on that one. My little brother owned one of those. It's a really cool car. Wasn't a muscle car, so to speak, though. Give you a hint. 318 V8 was the small V8 number. Well, Kevin, you're close. Oh, there we go. Joe, you're very close. You're a year off. Come on, Joe. Joe, you got it. Come on. Joe's Rush Shop, he's got it. He was just 1 year off, and it's going to be one of those things where we're going to dance around and probably call it every year but the year. Yes, you've got the Kenny. You got it. There was a little submodel, and the hint is it actually shows on the decal there. Close enough, though. Okay, 78 Dodge Aspen RT. Joe actually had it very close, but he called it a 79. So, anyways, I thought it'd be fun to kick off with one of those. Let's get that off stage here, and I'm gonna queue up my. Oops, I got. How did that end up under? Stand by. Somehow I got the wrong one staged up there. I'm gonna move my next slide there. Okay, yeah. So all tonight's car trivia is a little bit newer than the muscle car eras of my day, by a little bit, not much. All right, so what else we got? I want to do some shout outs. Just today, as a matter of fact, I was watching some YouTube videos, and one that really stood out to me is Manny's Scale Modeling. Let's see, I got his channel up on the screen here. Yeah, and I have a link in the description to his channel. I didn't know this, but Manny was the previous owner of VCG Resins from like 1994 to 2001. But he's got a nice little channel and does some cool builds. But what really caught my eye is I love seeing other people coming into the hobby. I like to see the young coming into the hobby. I love the females that are building. I think that's really cool. But what caught my eye is Manny was teaching his granddaughter how to airbrush, and he's teaching her how to build kits. So they've got some snap together kits that he bought her that she's going to be building, and she actually was at the spray booth and doing some airbrush, and remarkably good control the little girl had. I mean, she was she sprayed a spoon and a little tiny like a 1/64 little car, but she wasn't just plowing out paint on there like you would think, because I don't know, she's got to be 6, 8 maybe. But I thought it was pretty cool, except for she was controlling it with her thumb. So I don't know how she did that, but it worked. Okay, hey Weasel, how you doing? Yeah, Weasel's seen Manny's channel, and Kevin. Yeah, okay, quite a few people have heard of him. So anyways, yeah, I thought I would mention him and give him a little shout out. And another shout out that I wanted to do, stand by just a moment, is Tiffany over at Dirt Road Cinderella. I've been really trying to get some females on the channel here or on the show with me. Tiffany really doesn't want to go on camera, and I get it. Not everybody wants to do that, but I still want to give her a shout out because I think her channel's great. If you haven't already seen her channel, tune into it. And I do have a link in the description for her channel too. But she's a very good builder, and she's into RCs. She does a lot of reviews. She does unboxing. But one thing for sure is she's like an ambassador to the hobby because she's really in heavy with the group builds and the buddy builds and things like that. So really good channel. I think it's her daughter does the narration on them, and she does the builds and whatnot. So just wanted to give a couple shout outs to those guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to switch cameras real quick, and we will do a let me get that off the screen here. And I'm going to get my comments where I can read them. There we go. A couple other people there. Hi, Krista. Thanks for joining us. Weasel. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm going to switch camera and show you what's on the bench here real quick. Okay, so I've been working on 2 builds simultaneously this time because when you get hung up with paint or something like that, I wanted to be able to keep moving along. So I kind of got 2 builds going. So this first one here up front is the 57 Chevy Nomad from AMT. And I was really warned that it was a bad kit. And I could see it's a cheap kit and it doesn't fit extremely well. But I don't think it's a horrible kit. So far, it's been kind of fun to build. And being that I'm doing a patina build, it kind of allows for some of the fitment issues to be not so noticeable, with the patina. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. So this one's really coming along. Got it all patinaed out. I got it all bare metal foiled and rusted. I think I'm done preparing the body there. I got the headlights and taillights on it, roof rack, painted up the surfboard. I still got to buff that out, but I want that to be extremely glossy. So I think it's going to look cool on there. And these are the wheels that are going to go on it. These are brand new Kragers with BF Goodrich tires from Model Makers Workshop, my sponsor. Do a little plug for him real quick here. In the description of my video there, you can get a 10% discount on anything from his store there. And he was a guest of mine a few weeks back, Bryce over there. But I love these Kragers. They're really nice. I got some nice deep dish ones for the back and some thinner ones for the front. So that's going to go on there. But one of the things, I'm working on the interior now. And you know what? I'll talk about the other car here in just a minute, but I had a little bit of paint left over from the other car, and I hit the dashboard thinking they were kind of similar colors, but it's not. So I have to repaint this dashboard. I don't really think it matches good enough. But this door handles and armrests are almost non-existent in this kit. I mean, they're almost like a little bit of braille. Like you can see where they're supposed to be, but that's it. There's just no pronunciation of that stuff there. But Model Makers Workshop has some really cool stuff, new things to their lineup. And I got this here from them. And this is a bunch of window cranks and door handles, door pulls from the inside and whatever. And just yesterday I chromed them all up. So I'm going to let that sit for about 3 days. I painted that with the Fusion Firm Chrome. They look very, very fragile. So I don't know if my big fat fingers are going to be able to pull this off, but I think that's going to help. And then he's also got armrests and whatnot, door pulls for the kit here. So I got a couple painted up that are going to go in there. But I think that's pretty cool because, you know, on some of these AMT kits that just doesn't have much to go on, you know, it's going to be a way to dress it up. So anyways, that's that. I did do a couple live streams throughout the week. And I thank all the people that are joining in on that. Because I get down here and I'm playing and it's like, hey, I wonder if anybody wants to watch. And I tell you what, we're continually drawing in probably, you know, 30, 40 people watching me build, keeping me company. But I really enjoy doing that because I don't have the pressure of putting on something like a show like tonight where, you know, I got to kind of do multitasking and kind of keep it entertaining. On the live streams where I'm just building, I'm just over here building like I normally do. And I can look over at the chats and answer people just, you know, and talk to them and stuff. It's a lot of fun. So I'm really enjoying that. But last night I did a live stream. Yeah, it was last night. And I had this 67th Revell GM. Oh my goodness, what's the name? GSX 67 GSX. I had this. I was planning on doing my final sand polish and bare metal foil on my episode last night, but I could tell that the paint was a little bit translucent. So as I started sanding it, I could just start seeing. And this was one of those colored kits too, which I don't really like. It come in like a blue metallic plastic model kit, but I did primer or whatnot. But anyways, I debated back and forth about doing it, but somehow on the live stream I managed to transfer from here to my spray booth and we did it live. And I put a couple more coats of paint on there, so I'm waiting for that to cure out. And somebody mentioned to me, and I think it's a great suggestion, is because I see a little bit of crazing on my roof, probably because I was shooting it a little too quick because I was live last night. It's, you know, I probably just shouldn't have done it, but I see a little bit of crazing on my roof. So I'm going to do a black vinyl top on there. I think that's going to look really sharp with that. So anyways, got 2 builds going on there. It's a lot of fun. It's getting me through the winter. I'll tell you that, because there we go. I'm back again. It's getting me through the winter. That's all I can say. No real change out there. I think the 13 inches that we had, maybe it's down to 11 and a half now because it's been pretty cold. It's not really melting on us. So, yeah, Kevin, vinyl roofs can hide sins, but let's not say that. That's not what I'm hiding. I'm going to show my ability to do a good vinyl roof. Okay, so what else we got here? All right, so I've done the bench updates. I think it's time to introduce our guest, guys. What do you think? So I prepared a little video. Let me get that queued up here. And once this comes through, I'll have Mikey and his dad, Pops, here. So let me get that queued up real quick. Here we go. Let's welcome Mikey and his Pops of Chester's Models. Good evening, guys. How you doing?
Good evening. How you doing?
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you joining me. There you go. I saw you scoot over a little bit. Didn't think of that earlier when we put us both up there. It narrows our field of view. So I met Mikey and his Pops at Detroit's model show last year. Nice big show, but they came up because they saw my channel and introduced themselves. And I don't know, we kind of just hit it off right from the scratch there. So as soon as I got home, I found Mikey's channel and started following him. And Pops, which is Mike Senior, right? Yeah. Pops is a big commenter on my videos and that, and I appreciate that. So I really appreciate both of you guys coming with me, and they're both very good builders. So it's Mikey's got the channel, right, Mikey?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, and then Pops is a builder. So we're going to cover both of your builds tonight. So Mikey, what got you into building or starting a channel in the first place? Because it's a good channel. You're doing really cool stuff on there.
Well, at first I was a little hesitant to start a channel because I started a couple years ago and everyone kept telling me start it. You should show how you do it and how you build it. All my old coworkers wanted to see how I did things, and I was like, I really didn't have a camera, so now I use my phone, and I still kind of block things with my hand in my head, so I still got to edit all that out.
That's cool. Yeah, that's kind of what I did too. I started to share because people, my friends and family were saying, well, how did you do that? And how'd you get that car to look that way? So I thought, well, I'll do a YouTube channel so you can see how I do it. And then it took off, and looks like yours is taking off pretty good too. So good. So Mikey, one of the big reasons I had you on is because you're a young man, and I'm not seeing too many young men into the hobby. I'm sure there's others, but I haven't really seen a lot of them. So that was the first thing that impressed me is, hey, there's a young guy. And then it just totally knocked my socks off that you and Pops are both passionate about the hobby. And I think that's the coolest thing, just to have that relationship, do something with your dad that you both like to do. So, so what got you into building? Because if I understand right, Pops built when you were a kid or a teenager, like most of us, right?
Yeah, I was 10 years old when I started.
Okay. And then you had stopped when life got in the way, but Mikey picked it up on his own. Is that what I understand? Yep. So Mikey, tell me about that? How'd you get it picked up, and what made you pick building? And tell me that story a little bit.
Well, my older brothers built models, and I would watch them and see their stuff and break them sometimes, but I wanted to build my own. And when I graduated high school, I was bored, and so I was watching some YouTube videos and just seeing how people built things, and I wanted to do it for myself, so I started it. And then I wasn't allowed paint, so my first model was made with markers and hot glue. So I was learning that way and building them that way.
And
And
about
then
how old were you then for that one?
17.
Oh, for 17 markers on hot glue?
Yep.
Okay, so you weren't to be trusted with paint there at 17 yet, huh?
No.
Not with
Okay.
rules.
Well, you sure picked it up in a hurry because now you can do it quite well.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I got the spray cans and the airbrush.
Yeah, man, I tell you, well, those were a lot of your builds rolling by in the montage that I played there right before you came on, and then we'll show pop stuff later on. But so I see not only do you got cars, but you had some boats and aircraft in there too. I think in cars is the primary thing you like building, but
Yeah. Yep.
you like to switch it up, or
Yeah. It kind of gives me a break in the lull when I don't feel like building cars or trucks. I like doing the military stuff. I can dirty them up. They don't have to be shiny. So
yeah,
I can make some dioramas with them. I made a couple actually, or at least one. And then I have like all kinds of just random small military stuff. All the boats that I made, I don't have anymore. I actually sold them and made them for other people.
oh wow,
So I did that. And then one of them was for my old boss. His father passed away when he started building the USS Iwo Jima, and he had me finish it for him. And that thing was like 3 feet long, 1,500 pieces, 50 individual vehicles, and 3 vehicles could fit on one penny. That's how small they were, and I had to put them together and paint them. And he
oh
helped me
wow.
with the helicopters. So that took me 3 months to do.
That was a
Cool.
long process.
Well, I was just watching one of your videos today. I guess that's probably your latest one. You were doing the Jeep from AK markers, or the people that do AK markers.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
really looked cool. The way you washed that up and stuff and aged it.
Yep.
Hold,
Yeah.
hold
So
on, let me make you a little bit bigger. Tell me a little bit about that. I have to take myself off screen, but for some reason it mutes my audio. So I'm going to put you on full screen for just a second.
okay. So yeah. So I just built this like the box, and let me see if I get in the camera right. Weathered this up. I dusted it. I took a desert yellow and dry brushed everything. First I painted it white, and then light blue, and then dark blue, and I tried sanding it to get it to come through. It worked on the hood, but my fingers were too fat, and I couldn't get like the toothpicks in there. So I got it on the fenders and everything, and then where I went to the white by accident through all the way through, I painted it silver, and then I painted it burnt umber. So it made it look like all the paint chipped away and then started rusting. And then I just kind of started weathering like that, and I took Vallejo burnt umber, my favorite paint to use on everything on here. I mix it with water, and I kind of just let it run through and let it run down and fill up all the gaps, and it builds up in like the deep areas, kind of like up against the where the fender goes to the body and stuff like that. And on the inside, it builds up in between. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I took some wire and cut it up and made empty bullet casings that kind of fell in the back and everything. And I kind of just, after I was done with everything, I airbrushed the desert yellow very lightly along the bottom and the whole bottom half of the truck. And then I dry brushed all the tires.
Yeah,
No rush.
that's really cool. So you liked that kit though, huh? It was a good build. Everything fit together well.
Oh
Yeah, because I
it
didn't
was
even know they
actually really
made
good.
kits.
Yeah, I found them at my local hobby shop, the Great Lakes Models. It's I don't know the city, but like Sterling Heights in Michigan. It's
Okay.
they have a lot of kits, a lot of different stuff, and that was one of them. They have another version that has a top and a back on it, but I just got that one. I just never seen it before. I know, and I have like their paints and all their diorama stuff, but I didn't know they made kits, so I got the one just to try it and see how well it worked.
Cool.
It's very good. There's 2 different tire options that came in there too. That surprised me.
Yeah, I saw that, and they're not even rubberized. I mean, for hard
Mm-mm.
plastic, you dressed them up nice. I mean,
Yeah.
they look really good. Well, it's like the resin tires too, though. Like what I was showing here. The resin tire. Where's my camera? The resin tires make a tire look really good as long as you paint it nice. I use like Tamiya rubber on that.
Mhm.
I still haven't I got to do the white letters on that yet. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Why don't I get some of your stuff up on the screen here too? I just wanted to talk about the Jeep because I just happened to see that today and thought that was really cool. So I'll get some of your stuff on the stage here. So this was a recent one, and that kit did not come with the convertible, did it?
No, I actually just chopped the top off. It's just a regular 21 Charger RT, and I chopped the top off, and I chopped the pillars that go up the side for the seat belts, and I cut those off and filled them in. And then it's actually supposed to be a 4-door, and I filled in the gaps. I shaved off the door handles, and I made a new line somewhere in the back, so it's a 2-door. And then the tonneau cover for
Yeah,
the back is just
I
a
didn't
random.
even notice that. It looks so natural that way.
Yeah, so I seen that they released the Hellcat, and I'm like, oh, I've never seen a convertible one, so I'm just gonna make my own. And I had the extra kit, and I actually had the extra kit because the top antenna piece, he lost it for his, and I gave it to him, so I had a reason to cut the top off.
Yeah, man, that looks good though. And what'd you do? It's a little bit blurry in the back there, but for the tunnel cover, did you scratch build something, or is that from another kit bash? Or
That is from another kit. Is I just got lucky and found in my extra parts box.
oh, okay,
It just fit really well.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I like it. The whole look is there. I mean, I'm a chrome guy, but this is another one of those kits where a blacked out wheel looks good. It looks good with that orange.
Yes.
Pretty
Yep.
cool build. All right, let's go on to another one. This one was pretty. Is that a
Yep.
Tamiya kit?
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, it's a Tamiya, the Toyota GR, I believe. I don't remember all the names correctly, but yeah, that's the Toyota Supra, and it's thank you, Joe. And yeah, it's a really good kit. It went together really well. It was very simple. There's no engine, so it's just a curbside. The wheels are two pieces for the chrome and black, so it was really easy to paint those and put them together like that. So it was pretty good. It's simple, just a simple, easy kit for me to do. I think the hardest part was just masking off the windows and painting it and make sure I didn't get overspray on it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's masked off. That's not the black bare metal foil. That's painted and masked. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my first kit a couple of weeks ago when I was with Joe at a swap meet there. So I got the Tamiya Mustang. What is it? The GT4? Yeah, GT4. So I'm looking forward to build that.
Is that the gray race car?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have that sitting in my stash too.
Oh, do you? Yeah, it looked like
Yeah.
a fun build. I'm going to do that. And I have a Mobius pickup truck. Yeah, that's the only Mobius I have so far. So I'm anxious to try some other kits besides AMT and Revell.
I've actually built almost all the Mobius trucks. The only ones I haven't done is a snowmobile and then the lifted one that came out, and the wrecker. The wrecker I haven't done yet. I have it. I just haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard they're pretty good kits.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, you get a lot of extra parts.
And I like this one. This is a Mobius too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the new Mercury Pro Tour that came out, the 64. And that was the first time I used the Kaleido paints. That's the Blue Spirit Rally. And it worked really good.
That color is beautiful on that car.
Thank
Now, what
you.
about the wheels? Are those kit wheels?
They are kit wheels. I just taped them off and painted the middles black.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just regular gloss black. It's actually the primer gloss black.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that gloss black primer is pretty sweet. Yeah, you can use that as a finish coat. I seen, what is it, Stumpy Grump's channel too. He does nothing but acrylics, and he clear coated something over the black primer, and man, it was beautiful. I just used their matte primer the other day for the engine compartment on this 57, and that laid on really nice too. Like if you ever need to do like a blacked out hood, like on the 60s muscle cars or something, their
Yeah.
matte primer lays on beautiful for that.
Yep. Yeah, I got that too. It works pretty good. Their primers work really well.
Good deal. Yeah, another view of that. I like the stance. I like the way those tires tuck up there under there.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite one that's up there right now that I've done lately.
I mean, that's another one of those cars. It's like my 60 Starliner that I just finished. That wasn't that beautiful of a car, just in general. But when it's done up like this, it sure makes a sweet looking hot rod. Good deal. What else we got? This one's nice. This is like a Rust Joe's Rush Shop kind of build here.
Joe like that
Yes.
one.
So that one is one I made for someone else too. He requested it and I made it and sold it to him. That is a 1950s Oldsmobile, and he requested it to be rusty and dusty like that. So I made it for him.
Cool. Nice job. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
fun doing that too. Like this Chevy, it's so much fun. And I think you had fun with that Jeep that you just showed me too, because you get to just throw all kinds of stuff at it. And it seems like everything you throw at it just works, you know? Have you kind of found that to be the case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. Even though when I mess up, it's just part of the project.
Cool.
There's the hood. It was actually an accident. I got the ripple effects to go across that. I had AK's dust effects, and I put it on there, and I didn't like how it looked, so I tried washing it off with water, and it didn't come off all the way. So it gave me that rain effect, like it just got rained on. All the dust got pushed off of it.
That's what you call a happy accident from the old
Yes.
Bob Ross painting guys. I don't know if you're old enough to remember him. Bob Ross, the
I used
painting
to
guy.
watch him at 6 in the morning every morning.
Okay. But I love the happy accident thing. It happens a lot in modeling, at least for me.
Yes.
And that's not like that happened there. So cool. This is another one here. That sucker looks sinister there.
Yes,
That
that's
truck.
the Alaskan hauler. I made it rusty and dusty, and since I made that, people have been asking me to make the dual truck from the movie. But,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you would have to do that. Yeah.
that
Was
was a
that a
lot of
kit?
fun.
Was that available in a kit? Do you know the dual truck?
That I don't know. I'd have to go look.
Yeah, I'll bet
Yeah.
somebody's got it in resin or something though, or you just find some. You find, yeah, I guess you find a tanker and you find a truck and you make it happen.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that one was fun. That one was I had to relearn how to weather things, so I was making a mess with paint and water.
Now this one's pretty. This pair of Fords. I like the way you twinned them up and looked like you matched them up to a 64th scale back there in the corner. But that caught my
Yes.
eye. I just love the color choice on those.
Yes, thank you. Yes. So I've had that little diecast car for a while now, and I wanted to build it in the bigger scale, and I found the Del Rio, but I couldn't find the Fairlane, so I had to go hunting for it. And seeing as then I finally found the Fairlane, so I was like, I'm gonna make my pair, making the same. And now I have the '50s Ranchero, and I need to make that, and I'll make that look like how they do. So that is just I painted them flat black, taped it off, painted it silver, and then painted it clear orange by Tamiya. And that's how I got the orange on there.
Okay, so that's the clear orange over silver. Boy, that's pretty. Yeah, I've seen you've done that a couple times. You did a Mustang in the red clear, I think, didn't you? Was it a Mustang?
Yes.
I saw that at Detroit. Yeah, yeah, it makes them for like a good candy color for sure.
Yep, it gives the different effects. If it's over like gunmetal, gray, black, silver, it get kind of like does different tints and different candy colors. It looks pretty cool.
Now tell me about this one. I don't recognize this at all.
So that is a '64 Oldsmobile. It was the option. It's the convertible, and it had an option to turn into a race car, and that's what I did. And so I kind of just went crazy with some aftermarket decals from STS and Gopher Racing, and I believe the Supernatural kit is on top of the tarmac there, or not tarmac, the top. And so I actually used the same thing, clear orange on the wheels, and I brought it to the Detroit show, and I got that in the magazine. So they actually chose that to be put in the magazine. That's my first card I've got put in for the contest magazine.
Kevin's got a question. Do you all have time to work?
I was at work before I hopped on here, actually, so yes.
I actually worked today too. I think I put in 8 hours this week. That's what you call real part-time.
Now, do we have time to sleep? That's the real question.
Yeah, that's probably more like it for sure. Okay. So, and is that like a mesh grill or something in the front?
That came with the kit. It's actually it's supposed to be like a mesh grill, some type of. It's a clear piece. I don't know what it was, but it was just kind of like I guess it was supposed to be a protector for it. It was just different. I just put it on there because I figured it'd be different, and I didn't do nothing to it. I just put it on as is.
Okay, cool. You know, Mikey, with you in mind, I also picked a couple cars that might be recognizable to you on my trivia. So let's break away for just a minute and pull one of the trivia cars up here, okay?
All right.
All right, let's see if anybody can get this one. Make, model, and year. And just remember, it is the first year that they were introduced.
Oh, that looks like a 80s Camaro. 85?
You got it. Yeah, 85 IROC Z. I had an 86 that I restored in the year about 2000, and I painted my black and silver, and then I modeled it so it looks just like my real car. But yeah, you got that one. Okay, so we have a winner. Let me break away from that, and we'll get back to your builds here. This was cool. I like this diorama.
Yes.
In fact, I have a couple slides of this one, so you can talk about it, and I'll toggle through them a little bit here. But
oh yeah, that is actually so. The truck is the Deserter. That's that model. Then the figures are from Master Box, individual figures that I got with the weapons and everything. The interior, I love the interior. I love how I did that. I did the tape trick where you put tape on the seats and then you tear it up with your tweezers or the cutter, and then I painted it to make it look stained and everything. I had an extra hat and some bottles. I had some random skull, and I figured it was perfect to put for the shifter. And I drilled like 40 bolt holes in the side. I hand drilled all those holes to go all the way through. I put them in the side mirror, the back window, the front window. I was a little sore after doing that. and I weathered that up pretty much with burnt umber and a couple rust colors, orange rust, light rust. Did the water method of putting the paint on there, making sure it's wet. The back kind of trimmed this there. I cut that off and made it fall off. Everything that's like in the back of the truck is just extra pieces, extra from kits, extra just random boxes, guns. The diorama itself is actually made out of styrofoam. I just kind of pushed it down and messed it up, and I cut it so it would fit perfect to a display case, like the biggest ones you could find at Hobby Lobby, and I cut it so it would fit in there.
Oh, cool.
And then the trees and everything are from like those diorama kits that you can find there.
Yeah, like model railroad stuff too.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
And then so that's what those are. And the fence is actually wire. It's like a roll mesh of wire you get, like ribbon. And I just painted it to look like steel, and then I rusted it, and then I glued all the foliage to the fence.
Yeah, that's a fun one. That's cool. So Kenny's asking how you did the muddy tires.
So for the mud on the tires, I have this thing. Let me see if I have it here. It's by AK. It's the Terrains Desert Sand. I use that on there, and I painted it the same color as I painted the base of the dirt and the mud, so it just matched. So I used the Desert Sand Terrains diorama.
Uh-huh.
I put that all over the tires and everything, and I kind of rolled them with my fingers and tweezers to try and get the grooves in the actual ground. But that's what I used. I put it on there and kind of tried not to overdo it to make it look ridiculous, but
Here's a novel idea.
I could do that too.
You were mentioning Vallejo too, and they have like a mud consistency stuff too that I bought, and I did a barn find once and smeared that all over the tires, and it's like grass and mud and stuff. So yeah,
Yes.
but you did a real good job on that. Yeah, it definitely looks muddy.
Thank you. Yep. And I'm sure you can hear my little buddy in the background meowing at me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can bring him on stage if you want.
Oh, he wants to say hi to everybody. Maybe.
What's his name?
His name is Chester.
Oh,
his real
okay.
name is Chester.
So this is how you got the Chester's models. One of the reasons you got Chester's models.
So how the name Chester's models came about was my oldest brother. I have two older brothers. So the oldest brother in high school, he had orange highlights in his hair. He was on a soccer team and he always ate Cheetos and he was fast. So they called him Chester. And then his friends and little siblings knew the younger brother. He was on soccer. They called him Chester. And then because I knew the little siblings of them, I kind of took on the name. But then they started calling me a different name. They called me a Little Hinkle instead of Chester. But then when my older brother brought our cat home, he named him. He goes, he is officially Chester. And he goes, that's his name. And then at the last job I worked, there was 4 Mikes. And so none of us ever went by Mike because we didn't know who was calling who.
Right.
So I just took Chester, and then I just kind of went with Chester's models and all that. So that's kind of how the whole name came about.
Yeah, that's cool because you had me until I asked you the other day when we did a little dry run here. I was like confused, like, well, where'd that come from? I thought maybe your last name was Chester or something.
No.
So here's a nice looking Firebird you got up on the screen here. I think I snuck this one from your website.
Yes.
Or from your channel.
Yep. I actually made that for a group build. I believe it was on Instagram. If I remember right, I think it was called Now or Never group build. And that's what I built that one for. And it's just box stock. There's nothing special about it. I just painted it. I think it was. Oh, I can't remember. I got to go look back. I think it's Tamiya blue over gunmetal. And then that's pretty much really the only special thing I did. Everything else is just straight out of the box. How it looks, just color guide and all that. But that was a really good kit. That was nice.
Yeah, I got one to build too. A friend in high school had a dark, like a forest green one, I guess, sort of like that Mustang and Bullet with Steve McQueen, that dark green. And so I want to recreate that because I was in love with his car when I was a kid. So yeah, that's a nice one. What else we got here? Now, all right, what's this?
That was another request by an old friend. He wanted a Mad Max version of a car, and I forgot what kit this is. It's one of those racer roaster kits. It was actually very easy to put together, and what I did is I glued a bunch of toothpicks to the back of it, and I had a couple of skull decals I put on the side, and I weathered it so it looked like something out of Mad Max. And I put a couple of jerry cans inside of it and all that, and I just kind of made it look beat up, some radiator fluid and coolant running all over the headers and engine and everything. So it's kind of messy and sloppy, but
pretty cool. That's a sweet looking vet there. 68 or 69 maybe.
That one I had to chop off. I think what was that? 73, 72. He wanted a different year, and I couldn't find it. This was for the same guy I built. My old boss, his father passed away. He requested this to be built, and I couldn't find a convertible, so I had to chop it off. and then build the base on the back of the car, and I painted it white and black, and how he asked for it.
So
That was another one I chopped.
you said you were 17 and you had work with markers. So when did you first cut loose with paint? Because you mastered paint pretty good.
They go. Oh, that was probably like a year afterwards, or yeah, about
Okay.
a year afterwards. I was bugging my mom. I was like, "Give me the paint because these look horrible compared to what I see on YouTube."
Did Dad speak up on your behalf too?
I did.
Yes.
Good. Good. Yeah. Yeah,
All
because
the
you
ones,
definitely did it.
yeah, all the ones I did with marker, I actually took them and redid them, except for one. I fell down the stairs with it, and that got thrown in the trash. So that one didn't get redone.
Yeah. Now, I met a kid at I think it was the Cleveland Model Show, and I was at the table where all the children builds were, and there were quite a few cool builds there. But I was admiring the paint job on this one, and I asked the kid if he painted. He says, "No, I'm not allowed because I tried it once and I turned around and sprayed my dad in the face." And like, okay, I can understand that. Yeah, it's a nice one.
That is my 32 Roadster. I believe that was one of the first times I tried wiring an engine, and I painted that with Tester's gold, Inca Gold, I believe. And I remember it was a rail can. I think it was one of the lacquers, but that's still one of my favorite roasters I've done. And I weathered the outside, the trim of the tires, just like the base of it.
Uh-huh.
That's currently sitting up in my curio cabinet. It's very simple, but it's still one of my favorites that I've done.
Now, do you and Pops have like build sessions together?
Oh yeah, we come down here and I build on mine while he builds on his. I work here. This is my table, and his table's on the opposite side over there. So we kind of have elbow room, so we're not knocking into each other.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. Who's the better builder, Mikey?
Mikey's got a lot of builds, and I got to refer to some of his. I got to refer to when he's not home, some of his YouTube videos.
Okay. Well, it's working because your builds look pretty good too.
That way I can figure out what I really want to do. He's really good. He does a good job.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. And I had just assumed, and I only learned the other day, but I assumed that it was a hand-me-down and you taught him. But he kind of taught you when you got back into it, right?
Yeah, he's reteaching me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Nice little aircraft there.
Yes, that was the last aircraft I did. It's like, I forgot the name of it, but it's like one of the newer Mavericks. And so I dirtied that up. As I painted it with the gray, and I used just a regular Tamiya black wash to wash the whole thing. And then where I wanted it extra dark, I just went back over in some areas with the Tamiya wash again, just to make it extra dark and dirty and look like smoke.
Cool. And there's one of your military.
Yes, those figures, I think, if I remember right, those figures did come with the tank. And I just painted it green, and I just took a big old brush with black wash Tamiya and just went over the whole thing just to highlight everything. It was a very simple kit to do. Another Tamiya kit.
It looks cool. Now, I don't know anything about military, but I hear that's a tough crowd because they really insist on authenticity, I guess. I don't know. Where cars, you can kind of pick your own color and do whatever you want with, but tanks and stuff they only came in certain configurations, right? So yeah, I guess the real connoisseurs expect you to stay true to form. At least that's what I hear.
Some of them are more picky. It depends on who you talk to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like doing my military and the figures. I'm 29. I'll be 30 in a few months.
I was gonna say you didn't have to answer if you didn't want to, but
yeah, it's okay.
You look 18.
Yeah,
except for see, I had a full beard at 18 too, so
he looks younger without the beard.
I'll bet.
I look like 16 when I shave.
So, Mikey, I usually ask this of everybody, but like, what's your favorite part of a build?
A couple favorite parts. One is doing the dry brushing. It always brings out the details that you can't see, and it's kind of like it kind of highlights it more, and it's more to look at. And then it's kind of the part where when you have the car, everything's together, and you have the body sitting next to the interior and the underneath chassis, and everything's just ready to get put together. And you can just see all the detail you have before you hide it. So that's kind of my favorite part, just kind of seeing everything I've done before I put it all together.
Cool. So what's your least favorite?
Bare metal foil.
Oh, okay.
I love the outcome, but it's just sometimes I shake when I do it, or I kind of pull it too hard, but I love the outcome. It's just doing it kind of just gets me sometimes. I have a lot of wackos, I guess you could call them, the crazy Rat Fink. I'm a big fan of Rat Fink, Ed Roth. So I like doing his cars and everything, and his funny characters.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Looks like it's kind of fun to paint those things.
Yeah.
And that looked pretty good too, that ship there.
Yeah, that is actually the USS Iwo Jima that I built for my old boss whose father passed away, and that has the 50 vehicles. It also has an interior with more vehicles in it. The aircraft that are on the bottom, I had to build all those separately. Then I had to build the vehicles, the jeeps, and the tanks, and glue those to it. So everything is individually painted and built. So that took me 3 months to do. When I was done, I was happy with it, and so was he.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I have not tackled that yet. I do have a plane to build. I haven't done that yet either. It's a P-40 Mustang.
Yeah.
One of these days I'll get around to it.
They're fun to do.
Okay, so I've gone through yours. So I'll tell you what, let's run. I put a little montage for your pops too, to show some of his builds, and then we'll get together and talk about some of those. So, guys, let's watch a little video and a slideshow of Pops' cars here. Nope, wait a minute. That's not that's a slideshow, but I put together a video. Where is that video? Stand by. Here it is. Those are some sweet builds there, Mike.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah. So how long have you been back into building since you did return to it?
Well, my mom passed away in 2019, and I needed something to fill an extra little void I had because I was always thinking about her. And Mikey was building models, and he's like, "Dad, why don't you build a model?" Yeah, okay, I'll give it a try. The first model I built was a model, I think it was a 32 Hubley metal model. And that took me like 3 months because you you got to file and sand, and I had to figure out where to drill all the holes, and it was kind of aggravating, and I was like almost ready to give up until I got it painted and got it together. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then he talked me into getting the plastic, the regular 1/25th scale, and I built the Eldorado. I was like, okay, this is good. So I've been building with them, and I had a lot of questions, and I learned how to bare metal foil from Matthew on model car videos because I didn't know how to bare metal foil. And Matthew, I watched his video, and then I watched Craig right from the beginning when he started. He was working on his garage when I started watching Craig, and I started bare metal foiling. He says he don't like it. I love it. I love the bare metal foil.
I'm getting more comfortable with it finally after I learned a few more tips and tricks to make it easier. Is this the Hubley, the metal one?
That one is, yes, it is.
Yeah, that is beautiful. I think I have a couple of shots. Yeah, look at that thing. That's beautiful.
Yeah, each one of those Hubleys took me like I built 5 of them, and they took me like 3 months apiece. There was a lot of sanding and filing and a lot of metal.
Is that automotive paint, or is that like rattle can stuff? Or
that's rattle can. Yeah, that's testers.
Yeah.
But I had to spray that outside. You don't know how many times we've gotten yelled at down here.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I snuck in this one here. The GTX is solvent-based paints, and it stuck up the house again. Debbie says, "I thought you were going to only do the water-based."
And then I always say, "I don't smell nothing. What do you smell?" But it is a lot of fun. Mikey's showed me a lot of stuff, and thank God he's got extra parts and pieces in like about 6 boxes, because
I have a lot.
when I got these little tiny parts that I think I'm all done with the tree, and I throw in the garbage, and I sit there and go, hey, I'm missing a piece. And sometimes I can find it, sometimes I can't.
Well, yeah.
So he's got extra parts, and I'll tell you what, it's come in handy for an old guy like me.
Yeah. You're getting a compliment on your photography of your builds too, and they are nice. I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we have a lot of fun down here together, and then I got a lot of questions. I keep asking him stuff.
I'm so jealous of that relationship, though. That is so cool.
It is. It's nice.
Well, see, I mean, I probably could have done it with my dad, but I lived in Arizona. He lived here in Ohio, so we weren't even close. I think if we were, one of us would have got each other interested. I remember he built one car. He built a 40 Ford when I was a little kid. It was probably the original AMT 40 Ford. And he built a Navy ship because he was proud of his Navy days. And both of his builds there were beautiful. So, yeah. Do I have kids? Yeah, Kevin was asking me if I have kids. Yeah, but my son's in Arizona. My daughter's in Missoula, Montana. So, yeah, they're not out here either. So I moved back to Ohio after my father died to take care of my mom. So I ended up stuck here, but I ended up loving the place and stayed. So, okay, cool. So let's look at some of your builds here. We saw them on the slideshow as the music was playing here, but that Cadillac is pretty.
Yeah, that was the first one I built after that Hubley model, and then we just kept going. We'd go to the model shop, I'd pick up 1 or 2, and next thing you know, we're going to the model show, and I'm going home with 8 or 9 hidden in the back trunk. And we'd walk in with 2, and then I'd have to sneak out to the car to get the rest in the house.
Now, Mike, do you show your stuff? Like when we were in Detroit, you didn't point out anything to me. So did you have anything at the show that you were showing?
At that show, I didn't, because we didn't have a whole lot of room in the car because we set up some tables. But this show, we're going to show tomorrow up in Saginaw for Craig's helping out. The one show he goes to, we're going to go to that show tomorrow morning.
Okay, yeah, I was going to mention that. That's the Mid-Michigan Model Makers Show.
Yes. Yep.
In University Center, Michigan.
Yes.
So anybody, if you're in the vicinity, check out the show and go say hi to Mikey and his pops there. Yeah, I'm getting excited too. Show season. I think my first show is in March. which isn't that far away now. So Columbus, Columbus, Ohio will be my first show.
But usually I take a few cars. Mikey takes his cars. I'll take maybe 3. This time I'm taking 4 because I just got done with the Dale Earnhardt car. Well, the night that we talked to you, I kind of watch that hood. I kind of finished this guy up Sunday night before we talked to you, and I'm going to take that, and that's for our red, white, and blue for the Detroit show.
Nice.
And first time I'm gonna put the chassis in the body separate, and he'll show you this one here. I really like it. It turned out very nice.
Trying to get it camera.
So yeah, I finished that like 2 hours before we talked to you. But I'm enjoying it. I got probably 30 models that I haven't built about up behind me and in cabinets and over on other shelf. Mikey's got, I think, like 500.
Yeah, I've surpassed 500.
Yeah, he's got over 500 models.
There we go.
Gotta tighten up your show.
Yeah.
It is a fun hobby, especially this time of year when we can't do much else. I mean,
The first show we went to was like 9 years ago, and the theme was semis. So I made a Coca-Cola cabin semi. First show I went to was the first show I won first prize.
Wow, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, there's a lot of vehicles there.
Yep.
It's really amazing, the feeling when you win too, right? Because I mean, you're looking at everybody else's saying, "I don't have a chance in the world."
Yeah,
and then they pick you.
Yeah, because you walk around and you look at the model tables and you look at what you did, and I look at the rest of the guys, and they did like 200% better than me. But it's just there for fun and to show what you did.
Yeah, I mean, I've won a couple where, well, every one I won, I'm blown away. But I almost feel like saying, "Really? I mean, why me?" Look at these guys. But
the best part of the show that I like, well, buying the models. But I get to walk around. Me and Mikey walk around and find you guys that are on YouTube. And we get to chat for like a long time. Like we always see Craig and Tim and we come upon you, and I was really surprised. They go, "Hey, there's Ken." So, yeah, we had a good time talking to you.
It's turned out to be my favorite part too.
That is fun.
It is. It's so cool talking to everybody and geeking out about models. I mean, because like in my life around here, I don't. Joe and Mark from Grandpa Mark's, they live here in Youngstown, but those are about the only 2 people that I really know that are within 30 minutes of me. So you go to a show and you got hundreds and people around you that are all with the same hobby.
I'm glad you got Mark coming on your show.
Yeah.
All the time too. Oh yeah. He's coming on next week. I was watching one of his videos about a month ago, and he was sponsoring the Midnight Hobbies. So I told him too. When I texted him, I said, "I'm sorry, but I had to stop your video so I could order this car off the Midnight Hobbies." You got a kick out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So next week it's Matt, and then a week after it's Mark. So
yeah, those are good guys. Really, really good guys. But that's my part, was walking around and seeing everybody, talking to people at the show. We talked to a ton of people.
It is fun. It really is. So, yeah. And then we all become friends and stay friends, I mean, because you guys, you stood out to me then. And, we've been chatting on videos and comment sections ever since. And, it's like, I feel like you guys are just like good old friends.
Well, you said you wanted to start out with friends and family, so I think you got a great big giant family going.
That's exactly true.
Watching.
That's true.
Yeah.
It does feel that way. This Chevy caught my eye. That is pretty.
Yep, I'm taking that to the show tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yep.
And this one, oh yeah. That convertible is really sweet.
Maybe my 10th build, and I was getting to where I liked it. My favorite part is doing the details, like detailing everything, because I use toothpicks. I'll sharpen them down and like for the inside, I like doing a dash and underneath the hood. And you wouldn't believe how many cars I've had to strip over and over again. Just because I'll take a car outside and paint it, and I don't know if you ever had a bunch of gnats lay as soon as you're spraying.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the bug lays on it, and you can't get the legs off, but you got the bug off, but you put the legs stuck. It's like, I can't get this stuff off here.
Yeah, that's why I'm spraying in the basement, but that has its own problems, you know.
Yeah. But I like the detailing part.
Good. That's that pearl green.
Yeah, pearl green, race white.
It's a pretty color. I like that and F57 we were looking at. I thought I had more pictures of F57, but I think I did. I just didn't put all up here. So, and that's the engine for the 55, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Good, nice looking coupe. There's a Hubley again.
Yep. Don't do car.
It's your race car you built.
Carlo. The reason I built that, I got a young guy at work. That's all he does. He'll drink like 6-8 cans of Mountain Dew every day.
Okay.
So I keep seeing that, and I'm like, me and Mikey were at the model store, and that's like, I got to get that Mountain Dew car.
Yeah. It's another nice build too. That was when you could still recognize a body style, you know? I mean, you watch a NASCAR race today, you can't tell one body from another. They may call it a Mustang and they may call it a Challenger or a Camaro, but
yeah, they're all bubbles.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin, our state flower is the orange barrel, at least this time of year. Yeah, that's a Darrell Waltrip car, right? Yeah, that one. I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah. That one's pretty. Is that the Duesenberg?
That was a doozy to build too. That was a really big car.
Now is that a metal kit there?
That's a metal. That's a Hubley.
Yeah.
That took a long time.
Yeah, I bought one when I was a kid, and I know I never finished it because I didn't have access to half the tools to build it. You know.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of files, a lot of sanding.
Now that really came out sweet. I'm guessing a Tamiya kit.
That is a Tamiya kit. Yep.
Yeah.
What color did you paint it?
I think that's the Italian.
Is that maroon?
No, that's a red. That's a race red.
Yeah, it's pretty. And this one's really nice. GT40.
That was a tough one to paint because you had to paint the red, white, and blue all separately.
Well, that would be good for tomorrow's show too.
Yeah.
I was gonna take that, and then I did finish this one right here, this Dale Earnhardt car, so I'm gonna take that.
That was another Tamiya kit as well. Heard those metal kits are perfect.
Yeah, the one I had, I remember there was a lot of metal flashing on mine because it's like a pot metal, right? It's
yeah, for the Hubley cars, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they're awful. I got cut quite a bit.
Yeah.
But when you get done, you're happy you're done. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Now this Chevy's pretty too.
Yep, that actually goes with a truck that Mikey built, and we took it to the show. I put that car on his little ramp truck.
Oh yeah, I built the Mobius ramp truck, and I made it to match his car, so they're both white with some of like the orange brown decals. And
cool.
I think I named it like the Oakley Dokley or something silly like that.
Oakley,
yeah. So we put it together and we took it to a show.
That's cool. I have not built a race car yet. I did when I was a kid. I built a couple of NASCARs way back. I remember a Buddy Baker number 11 Charger was like the 71 Charger. That was like the last race car I built. So I've got a Blue Max funny car to build, and I just picked up Fairlane. I think it's a drag race car, but it had all the racing graphics. I got to build a couple of those because they look so cool.
Yeah, they do.
I like the interior on this. I mean, is that just paint or is there?
That's I think that is some of my Tamiya paint that I've got, and that was quite a build there. It took me a little while, but like in the dash area and under the hoods, I like to nitpick and detail everything out.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like you could just touch that and your finger go an inch deep into it. It just looks like soft and supple leather.
Yeah,
It looks so real.
that's if I remember right, I think that's one of the Mobius. It's one of the Mobius kits.
Is it?
Yeah, for the Hudson.
Oh, okay. I had that in my hand around Christmas time. I was at a store and I had that Hudson in my hand, but they were pretty they were pretty pricey. I knew I'd find a better deal, but I haven't so far. I should have got it.
Yeah,
Comet looks nice.
It was a nice car.
That one's Mobius.
Yep, that's Mobius Comet. And some of these that I just finished up, I painted just the bodies outside because I was using testers and stuff I couldn't spray in here in the basement. Mm-hmm. So I did like 7 bodies through the summer. And all the rest of the interior that I can paint with Tamiya in here in the paint booth, that's what I've been doing while it's snowing and while it's cold. So I had 7 bodies done.
Oh, okay.
I just keep clipping along, and I've got I think like 4 more to finish up.
That's what I should do this summer, yeah, because I have a lot of these MCW paints that I really just can't get to right now. So that's what I should do is in the summertime get them all sprayed up and then put them on a shelf for winter.
Yeah, because last winter I really couldn't work on anything. I couldn't spray outside. I did take one car outside. It was like 32 degrees, and I sprayed it. It did not work. I had to strip it.
Now, have you sprayed the Kaleidos? I know Mikey has. Have you tried them?
Actually, I like the Kaleidos. Yeah. Yeah. Like on this Dale Earnhardt car, everything is Tamiya except for all the engine and exhaust. That's all the Kaleido. I like their metal colors, for like the engine and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Edgar on One Team Garage, and he just got done with an engine. He painted all Kaleido. Boy, was that pretty.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys out there. You should be able to get a lot of people on your shows because I sat down and I made 2 pages of everybody I watch, and I stopped at 2 pages because I got like there's a ton of people out there.
Yeah.
And they do some
speaking of guests, there's Papa joined us. He was one of my previous guests. Hi, Papa.
Yeah. Yep. We watched him. I watch him. I get a kick out of him, man. Especially when his grandkids destroy his cars.
Yeah, he's the most patient
on that.
He's very calm.
Yeah.
At least on camera.
Yeah.
But he claims that I mean, what a good spirit to have. It's like kids will be kids.
Exactly.
Let's see if I had any
Model
particular.
I think I painted all that with the Tamiya paints, and that turned out pretty good. That took me a little bit of time too.
Now, what about that pinstriping?
That was very hard to do because the pinstriping was all like real. What you see there, that was a little thin strip, and it was really tough to not tear that stuff.
Okay, so they were decals. Yeah,
they were decals, but it wasn't like a full piece. It was like a real thin.
Yeah,
all the way around. That was fun to put on. Yeah, they're decaled.
Yeah, I love the paint on that sucker. It's just it looks real.
Yeah, it kind of does.
That one keeps popping up. This one was interesting too. I couldn't believe the face on that thing. So what scale is that? I mean, it was kind of hard to tell from either picture how big this is.
Well, I'd have to get the box down for a second here.
I don't know. All our stuff is kind of just stationed up there.
Uh,
I have bookcases full of full of finished models, and I separate them finished models to models I need to build. So
That is a 1/10 scale.
okay.
And, yeah, I enjoyed doing that, but my wife says it costs too much, so that's the only one I've gotten.
Yeah, I mean that facial detail. Woo. I mean, I got a couple of figures, 124 scale for my garage diorama, and I mean the faces are horrible on them. I don't have that art, that capability.
I think that took me like about 2 weeks because you got to do a lot of layering and you sit there and go, "Oh, this isn't right." And I do the same thing with my models. I'll sit there for 20 minutes, a half hour, and go, "I got to change something." But
Yeah.
this was very interesting for me to do.
Yeah, I mean the shading and everything. I mean, boy, you didn't just put flesh-colored paint on their skin. You've got shades and shadows. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
impressed.
actually very, very interesting to do. I did enjoy that, and I want to get another one, but the boss upstairs says, I find it to be a waste of money. I want to get another one. But I did enjoy that, though, quite a bit. And Sean Connery, I like that guy. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's been a bunch of shorts running of his 007 days in the 60s that have been flashing by, and it just brings back memories because I used to love watching the movies,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Hey, let's do another car trivia one. Ready? Make, model, and year.
You can't forget the Bandit.
It is the Bandit car. I wouldn't have minded his. I guess that was all souped up, but the real car was not really a muscle car.
Nah.
Yeah, Kenny, you got it. 78 Trans Am Pontiac, you got it.
I actually built the 1/16 scale of that, but I made it color changing blue to purple. And I put the blue Screaming Eagle on there.
Do another one right here.
Oh. Let's see. Challenger.
Mikey, you would have been a senior in high school when this was built, if that's a clue.
Oh. 2012?
Oh, is that when you were a senior? Okay, well, no, it's newer.
2014?
Nope, newer.
2014 is when I was a senior.
Oh, okay. Then I was off by a year. Yes, it's the first year of the cat. No, Chet, that's too new. Kenny, that's too new. Chet, too new. Yep, Rand Ruggles, you got it. 2015 Dodge Hellcat. That's right.
I just seen the little emblem on the side.
I have one parked in my garage, but it is not the Hellcat, unfortunately. It's still a pretty car.
When the first kit for the Charger came out, I painted it orange and black, and I custom made the Hellcat on the side of it. So there's not a Hellcat in it, but I still made the logo, and it came out pretty cool. I was still proud of that. So it's like the black cat underneath the orange, and then the top half is black.
There you go. Yeah, my wife's Challenger is the one in the garage, and it's it's orange, and I got the RT stripes on it and everything. But it is the 305 horsepower 6-cylinder Pentastar engine, and it's an all-wheel drive car. So I mean, it's awesome in the snow and everything. But it looks the part of a muscle car. And of course, people that don't know cars always come up to her and say, "Well, I love your Hellcat" or whatever. But it is not a Hellcat. But I wanted to make her little stickers called Hell Kitten, but I drive the car too, and I didn't want to have a Hell Kitten written on my car. So, anyways, hey guys, got any questions for Mike and Mike or myself? We're happy to work with you guys if you're not having a private conversation. I know sometimes I do. It's like last night when I was doing my live stream, and I had to go over to the booth and switch gears and stuff. I thought, boy, this is really not working very good for a live stream. And I looked down and the last 50 comments, so they were having just their own conversation. I mean, my screen could have been black and my audio would have been out and they would have gone on for hours.
And I noticed some people were driving and watching your show.
I saw that, yeah. All right, Kevin's got one. I'll let you guys answer that one.
My favorite has got to be the Mobius kits, Mobius and Tamiya's.
I like the Tamiya's, but I like Revell Germany kits. Those are I like. I really do like those.
Cool.
Those always have more detailed decals on them. Those are always good.
Some people say if you get the Tamiya kits, you're not a model builder. You're just a putter togetherer. Like, yeah, there's no flash. Come on now.
Yeah, well, what do you? Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do that.
Yeah, first you gotta get rid of the flash. But Tamiya's, they got some good kits there. I really do enjoy them.
Yeah, I usually get them for their military kits.
Yeah, I've got the Mobius truck to build. I got that Mustang from Tamiya, and then Bryce at Model Maker's Workshop. He sent me some goodies to try, but he sent me a complete kit of a 5-window coupe, hot rod 32 5-window, and the entire thing is resin, every piece of it.
I do like that. I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm kind of anxious about that, because I know the body prep and all that stuff's going to be a little bit different with that one. So that's 3 outside the box kits that I'll be working on coming up.
So does that weigh a good couple pounds?
It's not really heavy. I don't even know where I put it, but he gave me. Oops, choking on my cord here. He sent me all kinds of cool stuff though. I've got like a front end here, for like a custom Pro Street build, where you can put one of those big aftermarket resin engines, all kinds of wheels and tires to try, a tub kit with a 4-link suspension, so pretty cool stuff. Yeah.
He does have a lot of nice stuff on his website.
Yeah, him and what is it? VCG and MCV. Yeah, they all got pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. And then I've gotten a lot of stuff from Iceman. I've actually made some stuff for his website. I painted up.
Oh yeah, you just froze. I hope you're coming back. You just hung up. Little technical difficulty here. It looks like he froze up. I might have to jump out and come back in, Mikey, if you can hear me. I'll send him a text. Hold on. Let me send him a text. Okay, so he finally jumped off the thing. Yep. Oops. It's got it right. Oops. Well, hopefully we get him back. But, we are at an hour and a half, so probably getting close to wrapping up anyways here. But it was really good to have them two on here. I've been looking forward to that show. So how many of you in the peanut gallery build with their internet went out? It's windy. Anybody else build with their father or build with their kids? Because that's pretty cool. I really wish I could do that. I can't now, but okay. So okay, let me just send him a text here that I'm winding down. Okay. Hello, Larry. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Slugos here. Well, appreciate everybody signing on tonight and being with us. I thought it was a pretty good show. Kevin, you and your dad built. That's cool. I guess we're supposed to get really cold and snowy tonight. I don't know. So, all right. Well, so next week we're going to have Matt from Matt's Models and More. And then, like I said, the week after, it'll be Grandpa from Grandpa Marks. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun on the next couple shows. If you know of anybody that you would recommend for the show, let me know. You can email me at Model Building and Retirement at gmail.com. Oh, and they're back here. Let me bring them up for a second here. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. There's having a windstorm and it kind of took out the internet for a minute. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
Took out everything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Did you see my show a couple of weeks ago where I had no internet and I was running off my cellular power?
Yeah.
I'm surprised we got through it. It wasn't the best show because of all the hanging and freeze ups, but and I'm down in the basement. I can't see it, but Joe from Youngstown here is saying it's snowing right now. So yeah, we're in the thick of winter. February is my worst month. I hate February.
Yeah, it's very windy out right now, and when we came down here, it was snowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got high winds.
Yeah. But
well, anyways, guys, we're at an hour and a half, so I usually like to keep the show right about that time frame. So, did you have anything else you wanted to mention or bring up while I got you on?
Well, I'll just finish what I was saying before I got cut off. I made some stuff for Iceman Collection. He sent me his diorama stuff for a gas pump and some cans. And I painted them up and gave it to him. Yeah, I sent it back to him, and he took pictures and put on his website. So my builds are actually on his website for example to use to people to buy them.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yep. And I actually made. I had a friend of mine in my old job. He was a designer. He made these logos for me that I use. So I made shirts. It's on like creatorspring.com. I can send you the link, but I have two different logos. Well, two with the name. I made this one originally. It was my name in the shape of a 49 Mercury. And then I have this one where my name is being like airbrushed on. And that's my logo that you see in my main channel. And then I have this back logo because I like Rat Fink and funny cars. So he made this one for me. It's just like a monster in an Oldsmobile with a big engine just slammed through the hood. So I got that. And then on this one, I don't know if you can see.
Yep, you're sorry.
Is another one. So he made these for me, and I like them. It's just kind of his own custom car that he made. But yeah, he made them for me, and I just use them all the time now.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Yeah, so I got shirts. I have cups. I have my coffee cup.
Oh, there you go.
Every morning. So I got coffee cup, shirts, sweatpants. I even have a little pint glass. You can actually make your own. It's very easy to do. So you can get your own logos on shirts and hoodies, long sleeve, short sleeve, anything. You can get them hats, mouse pads. So it's really good. I pretty much made it for myself because I wanted to, promote myself.
Yeah, you look like you're a pretty good self-promoter there. I like to consider myself a master of self-promotion too. Okay. Well, anyways, guys, it was a lot of fun having you on. I really appreciate you doing that. I really had a fun show. Everybody else, I appreciate you watching. And I hope you tune in next week again for Matt at Matt's Models and More. So we'll get together next week, and hopefully we get a break in the weather. Doesn't look like it. I think we're going to see snow all the way to April around here because it's not going to melt.
So. Yeah, it's going to be cold here for a little while.
Well, thank you once again, guys, and stay warm and enjoy the show tomorrow. And
thank you.
Hopefully somebody will come up to you and say, "Hey, I saw you last night."
Good talking to you.
Yeah, you too, Pops. Okay, Mikey.
Bye, everybody.
You guys take care.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. All right. With that, I'm going to sign out too, folks. Thanks once again. I had a great time. See you next week.